Be morning where you are. So let's actually kick off the podcast with the right intro. And hello and welcome to the Modern Skein podcast. If you're a new viewer, welcome. I hope you enjoy and stick around. Maybe watch a few of the past episodes and give us a thumb up, like, and subscribe. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Thanks for sticking around with all of our shenanigans here at the Modern Skein and the podcast. Wow, it's crazy. Crazy. I've been busy. It's the week of Thanksgiving here in the United States if you're watching from another country. So we have all of the holiday preparations. I host our Thanksgiving meal. So I have all that prep going on this week. Plus we have our biggest sale of the year. Truly one of only like 2 big sales that we ever run during the year. Prepping for Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday, all the things. Basically a long weekend. So getting all that prepped. Hopefully, fingers crossed, you are watching this either today or maybe on Thursday. And that means you should be able to take advantage of our sale going on. So I encourage you, if you're watching this the weekend of Thanksgiving 2024, right? Yes. That you go on our website and check out the sale. I need more coffee. Pause. I will say, I don't know if you can see this, I got an espresso for the shop. We had a Keurig, which I'm not a huge fan of Keurig. I feel like you can taste the plastic in it. But I'm also a, if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of person. I don't like to buy things just to buy things. I'm, in that aspect, a minimalist. Not with yarn, obviously. But in my day-to-day life, I'm more of a minimalist, or just a conscientious consumer, I would say, because I have a lot of things, but I'm very conscious and thoughtful about, I don't just toss something, I see if I can get it fixed, I don't buy something new just because it's new kind of thing. I don't know what we call this. If anyone knows what that is called now, because everything has a name. It's not really, it's kind of minimalist-ish. It's just more conscious consumerism, maybe. I don't know. I've probably heard that on a podcast. Anyway, long story short, I got an espresso because the Keurig at the shop died, finally. It was on its last leg for a long time, and I was like, would you hurry up and die so I can get a new one? And then it coincided with a sale. I was able to get an espresso, and just look at that froth. I love it. I'm still figuring out what coffee capsules that I like. So if you have a recommendation of one that's your favorite, or a place to get it other than Amazon, let me know. I haven't been able to find Nespresso Virtuo, the round pods, at any of our grocery stores around here. So I'm kind of stuck on Amazon right now, or I suppose the Nespresso site. So if you have any recommendations, send them my way. I do like the Stormio, and I think this one begins with an M. It's like a gold colored capsule. I want to say Mizuzu, but that's a Spincycle colorway name. So I know it's not that. So anyway, I hope you're having a relaxing, if you're participating in the American Thanksgiving holiday weekend, I hope it's relaxing for you. I hope you get time to relax, have some calmness, go sit and knit, go do something that relaxes you, go for a walk. It's kind of decent weather where we are. It'll be cool. It's kind of gloomy today, but it's still a nice day for a walk, and I plan on doing that later today. So why don't we dive into what this is actually about, which is a knitting podcast. So one more sip of coffee. Take this moment, pause, go get you a tea, coffee, mimosa, glass of wine. It's a holiday weekend. You do you, boo. And join us. Grab your knitting, grab your crocheting, your spinning. I did not bring my spinning to show you, but I have been working on my spin of the 316 fiber in wooden duck. And it's very, very beautiful and soon to be plied. So hopefully by the next podcast I have that to show. But what do we do here on the podcast? We show off finished objects, and I really don't think I showed this on the last one, but if I did, apologies, but it's so good. I finished my Stephen West mystery knit along shawl. Ta-da! Now that I'm showing it, I have a vague recollection that I showed it finished. So I'll keep this short. I did the, I'll say, small size. I did not do the extra border. And I used Ritual Dyes Maiden in Lapis Lazuli, which is the lighter blue, and then blue black, which is what kind of looks like black here on the screen. In person, it's a tonal with blue and black in it, hence the name blue black. And then I used a Spincycle dyer instead of a mohair dyer, and I used Salty Dog for mine. So that is my Go-Go Dynamo by Stephen West. Very fun knit, very enjoyable. I'm glad I did it. Now, here's the honest truth. Would I wear this? No, because honestly, Lorraine and I were talking yesterday in the store. We're both busy people. We work in the shop. She's got kids. We do a lot of the same things like cooking and cleaning, just all that kind of stuff. We're busy people. And so shawls, we were talking about how shawls are great when you're sitting and not doing anything. But if you're active or moving around, we both find shawls can be fiddly. And I think that's why I don't wear my shawls very much. See, I'm much more apt to wear this, which I'll show you in a second, because basically I can put it around my neck and it stays. Same with cowls. I can just pop it on. I don't have to futz with it all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's cold and we're like walking around in the snow or something like that, I will grab a shawl because I can wrap it around myself. I can make it into like, a neck bundler, face warmer, but it typically, rarely gets that cold here to have snow. We get snow maybe every other year or so, and so that's more of like a traveling thing, which I like to have a shawl when I travel anyway because of the planes. You get hot, cold, that sort of thing. So that being said, on my day-to-day, I don't typically wear shawls. I do wear more like bandana, kerchiefs, cowls, that sort of thing you'll see me wear in the shop typically, or for traveling, and then of course garments, because I love me a good knitted garment. Sorry, I did my hair slick back from the gym and I don't like it, so I'm kind of self-conscious about it because I feel like it just, you know how it is. But you know what? I'm also learning to get over it. Okay. What am I going to talk about? Oh, so that was finished object number 1. this is finished object number 2. Whee! So you may remember I started this on our trip to Rhinebeck because it reminded me of all the fall vibes. Look how cute this is. So this is Ziggy Triangle by Leila Raven. My gosh, I can't keep the two of them straight. They're two separate people, both knitting designers. I think it's Leila Raven. Anyway, you can look at Ziggy Triangle. I'll put the correct designer in the show notes, and it is fabulous. So I will say this shawl kind of looks icky until you block it. Blocking does magic to open up this lace work and really give you the effect of this shawl. And I did aggressively block it. I actually let mine soak overnight in wool wash and water, and then squeezed it out the next day, pinned it out to dry, and aggressively pinned it out. And it looks gorge. Okay, so 1 skein of Spincycle dyed in the wool and 1 skein of Fuwa. Now that being said, I didn't weigh it. Are these 100 gram skeins? No, they're not. They're 50 gram skeins. So I have probably around 10 to maybe 15 grams of my Fuwa left, which is very interesting. Great. And then I have probably about 8 grams left of my Spincycle. I did it according to pattern. I love it. My Spincycle colorway was Wild Horses that I had in my stash, and honestly, it was from their second sales years ago. It's very similar to a colorway we just got in the shop right now, Bright Ideas. Like this color combo that was in this skein is so close to Bright Ideas. I'm going to show it to you. And then the Fuwa is called Rust. So we have in stock what I'm calling our almost the same combo. I still have to weave in the 2 ends. Yes, I know, but I'm going to show you. This is almost the same. So this is Bright Ideas. This batch of Bright Ideas is gorgeous. And then Rust. So this will give you almost the exact same look if you do that. Side note, we got in a huge batch of Spincycle. It's so good. And I have the hiccups now from the coffee. I also feel like this lighting isn't doing me any favors. It's gloomy outside, and I feel like it's like anyway, whatever. Fuwa, Bright Ideas, or Spincycle dyed in the wool. Grab a skein of each, or if you've got a skein of Spincycle lying around, just like a single skein, fabulous. Either a skein of Fuwa or a skein of, say, like Castle Surrey from Red Stag Fiber, Oh Dang, Farmer's Daughter. That would be a great option as well. And if you're not into fluffy, just do a skein of like maybe Sunday, or a light random skein of fingering weight yarn that you've got. You could definitely do that. I mean, the effect isn't going to be quite the same, but if you're just anti-fluff, it's a great option for you. Or if you want to go wild and crazy, do 2 contrasting skeins of Spincycle. You know, you could definitely do that. So lots of options out there for you. I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to show you some combos for this right now because they're sitting here and they're gorgeous and I love them. So, and this will also show you some of the new Spincycle we have. This is Castaway. This batch is so moody. Very little orange in it. I mean, there's a tiny bit of orange, but very little. Look at this. This is Castaway and Blue Sage. What a pretty, this is a very Kathy combo. Kathy, you need this. Okay, what else? We have, of course, I showed you, I'll say my combo, the autumnal Bright Ideas and Rust. This would be a fun one. This is Sugar High. We got Sugar High again. And then Slate. Kind of a different combo, but I like it. We have just a little bit left. This has been flying out. Standard Blues and Sage. Standard Blues is such a good color. I hesitate to show you this because by the end of the day it will have sold out. So by the time you're watching this, this may have already sold out. But on the off chance there's a single skein left. Ghost Ranch with Blue Slate. You guys, this batch of Ghost Ranch is so good. So good. And so much of it is already thrown out. Gone out the door. Thrown out. Not thrown out. No. I like this combo too. This is Electric Blue with Valley Girl. I know this will be kind of monochromatic in places, but it's just so good. Then we've got Water Witch, a new one, and Plum. This is fun. Bad Egg with Lichen. Kind of enhances the green, but you could also do Bad Egg with Slate. Very cool. This batch of Bad Egg is so good. We did get more Light Years in, so you could put Light Years with Sea Spray. You could put Light Years with Lichen. And if you want to get my Inclinations cowl, 2 skeins of Light Years, 2 skeins of Nicoya. Nicoya is back in stock. We've got, this would be fun. This is Vibe Check. This is a wild and crazy, very pink batch of Vibe Check, but it looks really good with toffee. You could also put it with Electric Blue. Then we've got Absolute Zero. This batch is very moody with Plum. What did I put with this one? This is Dark Side. This is a very light batch of Dark Side. It would also look good with Plum, Toffee. Basically, Dark Side has just about every color in it, so you could put it with just about anything. And last but not least, Reykjavik and Stay Ready. We're already, as of filming this right now, down to, well, I don't know, some orders came in. As of this moment in time, we're down to 3 skeins of Reykjavik already. And I think less than 10 of Stay Ready. So if you want to get my monochromatic shift cowl, I did 2 skeins of Reykjavik, 1 of Stay Ready. You could reverse that. If you just can get 1 skein of Reykjavik, you could do 2 skeins of Stay Ready. You could honestly do all 3 skeins of Stay Ready and still have a really cool monochromatic shift cowl. The options are endless for shift cowls. So again, Ziggy Triangle, 1 skein of Spincycle, 1 skein of Fuwa, or other 50-gram skein of fluff. You want a lace weight. This would not work with Le Garçon's fluff or Melted Baby Surrey. It would not work. So don't attempt it. All right, let's talk about whips, shall we? So I was on our little family Thanksgiving trip with Josh's side of the family that we do every year. Get a little VRBO and just relax at the lake between all of us, all of his mom and dad's kids. It's all crazy with family and work and everything else, so it's a fun way for us to get together before the holiday season and spend some time together. We play a lot of board games. I get knitting done, and it's just nice and relaxing before the holidays go crazy. I did not get very much done on this, but I have plugged away a little bit on my traveler hoodie. I had actually separated for sleeves per the pattern and realized it was not just cropped, but like super cropped, and I did not want to do that. So I am adding a few more repeats, not very many because I am limited on the amount of yarn that I have, but I'm adding a few more repeats to make it a little bit more wearable for me. And then I will separate for sleeves. It'll still be cropped, but it was right there where you separated, and that was just because I don't want to stretch this to oblivion. I want to still keep the welts in there. So yeah, I'm probably going to do one more pattern repeat and then separate for sleeves. That'll give me about an extra 2 inches once it's blocked. The yarn that I'm using is not one that we sell. It is yarn I picked up at Flock. This is Ritual Dyes, but it is their custom Sprite base. And now we have heard that they have restocked it on their website, including the original color, Obsidian, which was used in the pattern. This is Smoke, which I love, but it is not one that they wholesale out to the shop. So I cannot get it for you. You will have to go direct to Ritual Dye's website if you are interested. It is a very, it's I think 100% Rambouillet. It's very round and squishy sport weight yarn. That being said, we are fully restocked on Yorkshire Sport, which would be a fabulous option for it. And I know a couple of you guys out there have knit traveler hoodies. I'm doing the crew neck version, but have knit them in Yorkshire Sport and adore them. Okay, moving on to a pattern I did get a lot done on. My Nebula also by Andrea Mowry. So, oopsies. I have one sleeve and yarn down. I have one sleeve done, and yes, I did change my mind to do the long sleeves. And I have picked up just about picked up my second sleeve. Oh, this is so soft. So good. So I'm loving it. I also did the neckband, did my tubular bind off on the cuff. This is so stinking soft, you guys. So I'm super pumped about it. This yarn is from our trunk show that we had from Lavender Lune. It is her whipped bulky, which I did not see any on her website. I know several of you guys have fallen in love with it. I'm potentially going to try to stock it next year. We'll see. That being said, you could swap with the Le Garçon fluff for a similar fabric. Or one of the samples that Andrea did was, I believe, a sport and a Surrey. And I know a couple other people out there are doing things like Castle Surrey and a sport weight yarn, maybe imbue for a really extra soft version. That would be gorgeous. So good. Colorway is Norway Lake. All right. Surrey is wanting to get on the computer, apparently. Okay, next, I can show this because it's coming out very soon. This is my test knit for Caitlin Hunter. This is, I believe, going to be called Mozart. I have one sleeve done. It is in desperate need of a block, but all I have to do is finish the other sleeve. Ta-da! This is going to block out so beautifully. It is a worsted weight pattern, 16 stitch gauge. Yes, 16 stitch gauge. The yarn is one that is not available at this moment in time, but will be early next year. The pattern, if everything goes to the plan, I believe is going to be released mid-December. It was going to be early December, but mid-December. There's been some tech editing issues, but all in all, it's been a wonderful knit. Speaking of, Sam from Lavender Lune is actually in the test knit with me, And she's also launching a new yarn that she's testing hers in. So, and it looks a lot like Luft, which is cool. But yeah, I love it. So good. What else? That's really all I've been working on. Oh, I am going to show you this though. Doop, 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 doop. So, I gotta dig it out of my bag. Every year, Andrea does a kind of long weekend knit along for the Thanksgiving holiday weekend. Fall, I don't know what she calls it, but her fall knit along. And in the fall, it's a sock. In the spring, it's a hat. And I'm going to participate because they're shorty socks. They're so stinking cute, and they're sport weight, so they're not fingering weight. And I'm going to do mismatch socks. Look how cute. Okay, so it's called the Oxbow sock. Did I have the picture? Yes, this is the picture. Look how cute. There's another photo. Let me see if it's in the printed pattern. Where she does, yes, I don't want to give away the pattern here. Look at that. Okay, so I'm kind of going to do that, but do reverso, basically style. So one sock main body will be this with the cuff and toe in this lighter color, and then vice versa. So main body with the cuff and toe. I had single skeins of these in my stash. This is Reykjavik, and this is Nocturne. So it's not one that they wholesale, but it's like their gray base dyed in the wool. This is called Moonflower. I mean, it's dark gray. I'm basically gonna have like dark side of the moon socks. It's gonna be so good. So good. I'm actually really excited. I need to look and see if we're casting on Wednesday or if we can't cast on until Thursday. But I'll be casting these on and enjoying some socks. Yes, I know, I'm gonna knit socks. I have knit socks, you guys. I just don't typically wear socks. That being said, I may have put some really cute Birkenstocks on my Christmas wish list, and I think these would look so cute with the Birkenstocks. I do. And again, they're sport weight. They're Spincycle. I do love a good Spincycle project. So that should be all motivating me to finish the pair of socks. And I love the little textural pattern that's on the socks as well. So I think it's going to work out great. Tune in 2 weeks to see if I actually knit them or if I have a I hate socks again moment. But, you know, it'll be what it'll be. And that's okay, because knitting should be bringing us joy and not sorrow or stress or anything else like that. So those are my only whips. Those are the only whips that I have been actively working on. Yes, I have other whips, but that being said, we are starting our whip down for the new year. So get on our newsletter. All the details will be on that and on the website for our whip down December, where we try to clear off our needles with all of our old whips so we can cast on all the new things going into 2025. 2025, can you believe it? It's crazy. 2025. I can't believe it. It's crazy. Now let's go into what else arrived with the Spincycle order. So I think I ended up showing you all the new dyed in the wool colors. So we've got Stay Ready. Like I said, we got Vibe Check Back. We got Dark Side, which if you want to do my lay bandana that I did, Dark Side and Bad Egg is what I used. So definitely grab that. But we also got in 3 new, or restocked, I guess Fine Line's new, Dream State colors. So Ghost Ranch. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Stay Ready. This is already sold a lot. We may actually be sold out now. and Fine Line. This one is a new to us color on Dream State. Fabulous. And then we snagged some Plump goodies. So if you want to if you want to knit a quick bulky hat or headband, you want to come here? Suri's like, what is going on? You know I podcast? Here. Come here. You can see the tail. Okay. Pause for a second. It's okay. Say hi. Little ASMR purring. Okay, so we have Bad Egg on Plump. Look at that. It's so good. Then we have Dream World. This is a new to us color. Well, Bad Egg is new as well. But this is great for a hat, headband. There's the Plump It Up shawl, which is 2 skeins of plump, 2 skeins of fluff or Suri held double or Fuwa held double. This is Melancholia. Look at that. So those are the 3 new colors. I still have a little bit of Stay Ready on Plump. I think it's Under the Wave. We don't have a lot of colors of Plump right now. So if you want some, snag it ASAP. That Bad Egg. It's so bad it's good. So good it's bad. Yeah. Such a good color. What else? Like I said, we've got our Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Small Business Saturday, all the things sale going on, or this weekend. So if you are tuning in the weekend of Thanksgiving 2024, definitely check out the sale. We have reduced free shipping rates, so all you have to do is place a $25 order and you can get free shipping. That's basically 1 single skein of Spincycle and you can get free shipping. Again, it is this weekend only, so if you're watching this after the fact, sorry you missed out. Tune back next year. What else? If you are local, we are going to be having a sample sale. We do it pretty much now every year. At this week, we do a sample sale of some of our old samples that maybe the yarns are no longer available or we're not stocking them anymore. It's a great time to, if you're running behind on your holiday gifting, to snag a hand knit item. And if you are not local but are interested, you can send us a DM and we can send you some photographs of some of the samples that we have available. And we are offering them at a pretty reduced rate. Some of them simply is the cost of the yarn and it's not counting the man hours. And then others, are a bit more, but still we have shawls that should be $400 for like $180. So honestly, the cost of the yarn and just a tiny bit. So, yeah, let us know. And it's a little bit short of an episode. Well, I guess it's not. It's 33 minutes. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you continue to enjoy the podcast, and I'm going to get to work. Enjoy. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully it's stress-free for you. I'm going to have a relaxing, I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to have a relaxing holiday weekend, and it's not going to stress me out. So, yeah, same to you. And enjoy all the yummy food and hopefully lots of crafting time. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you in about 2 weeks. Bye, guys.